everyone, it's Faith. I am here with my 1-month update after my Mirena removal. I think I last updated you at a week, and I told you that I was going to do 2 weeks, but honestly nothing had really changed, so I figured, you know what, I'll just wait for a month and see what happens. And it's a good thing I did, because I have a lot more to say now. So, like I had said, when I got it removed, I didn't really have any withdrawal bleed. I had minor cramping, and it was more of a soreness than a cramping. And that was basically it. Nothing really changed too much. Because I am using the fertility awareness method now, I've had a lot more insight into how my body works and how it's been working off of the medication. And it's really been enlightening. Like, I 100% say if you're gonna get off of birth control, whatever form you're on, fertility awareness method is like absolutely worth starting because it will give you so much more insight into your health and how your body works. So I use the temp drop, and I had been using it since before I got the device removed, and my temperatures were all over the place. And even after the algorithm kicked in, they were still all over the place. And my cervical fluid was pretty consistently sticky creamy. This is probably all like way TMI if you're not like really curious about what happens to your body when you get off of birth control, specifically in IUDs. So total forewarning, if you're not here for that, this is not the video for you. I'm probably going to say some things that border on like graphic for some people. But anyway, back to my cervical fluid. I never thought I'd be saying this on the internet. Back to my cervical fluid. My cervical fluid was pretty consistently sticky creamy while I was on the device, and then once I came off, it was about that way for another 2 weeks, and then I noticed that my temperatures totally leveled out. They had been ranging from like really low, like 96.8, to fairly high, like 98.1. Like, it was a seismic read. It was ridiculous. But they leveled off, and they pretty consistently stayed at like, you know, 96.9 to 97.4. And my cervical fluid started to change too, and it went from creamy, and then one day I got some watery and some egg white, and the next thing I know, poof, it's gone, and my temperatures skyrocket. When I say skyrocket, I mean I'm getting consistent temperatures at 98.1 to 98.4. Considering the rest of my chart, that was really unusual and really exciting because that meant that I'd ovulated. I've heard from viewers who've commented, and also from some support communities on Facebook that I've joined, that you can still ovulate on the Mirena. It simply prevents the egg from being fertilized. That said, I had not had a period in 5 years, so I sincerely doubt that I was ovulating all those years on the device. But first month off, and I ovulated. Like, it's confirmed on the chart. It's all the signs are there, and I was thrilled. And sure enough, the cervical fluid dried up, the temperature skyrocketed, and 13 days later, I got my first period in 5 years. And I really shouldn't even say that. It was really my first period since I was like 14, because that's when I started hormonal birth control. And when you're on hormonal birth control, you're not having real periods. You're having withdrawal bleeds most often. There are some medications, from my understanding, that allow you to still produce some natural hormones, but for the most part, when you take those hormones away, you're just experiencing withdrawal bleed. It is not a true period. It's more of a detox than anything else. So this was my first real period in like 15 years, and that was really remarkable to me. I definitely had some really bad mood swings and some cramping like the day or two before that, so I kind of suspected that it was coming. But nevertheless, I'm walking through IKEA and all of a sudden I'm like, something is different here. And when I saw that blood, I was like honestly crying happy because my body was working. I really was afraid that I'd done so much harm to it with this medication and with this device especially. I hadn't even seen signs of fertility in 5 years, and I'm not trying for kids anytime soon, but the fact that I might have like screwed something up really worried me. Here it was, just over a month, and I get my first period, and it's a really healthy one. It was about 5 days with 1 day of spotting at the end, and it was done. And were the cramps awful? Oh my god, absolutely. Do I know if they were really awful or if I just wasn't used to experiencing them because I hadn't dealt with it for 5+ years? Honestly, can't say. But all the other signs that were there were great, and from everything I've read, that was a really healthy, normal, because everyone's different, but normal, healthy period. And I'm thrilled. I am over the moon thrilled. And now that I'm off of it and it's done, my temperatures have dropped again. My cervical fluid has regained its pattern of sticky, creamy, let's see what happens later in the month. And I think this is working for me. I am still doing my supplements. I took a break from a couple of them while I was on my period. No, I'm sorry, the DIM I took a break from, and I amped up the magnesium. So that was the only real change in the supplements, and I'm going to continue to do those for 3 months because I feel like 3 is a pretty good indication number. If I can have 3 really healthy cycles, I think I'm set. And from what I've read, it seems like a lot of people who have a really good first month might not have a great second month, or might not have a great third month, or might have 5 months of like iffiness. So I'm gonna stay on these supplements for about 3 months. We'll see what happens. A couple of notes on the period itself and what I did, because I know I had done a video a couple months ago on things that I was using to prepare for that event. I did not love the cup. My cup experience was not great. I really wanted to love it. It was a great no waste option, but I have a really high cervix, and I found that like out of every 3 times I tried to insert it and use it, only once would it actually insert in a way that it caught anything. That said, I started relying way more on the Thinks. In fact, I bought 3 more pairs. I did buy the running shorts because I think that's gonna be a great like to sleep in thing, because I did have a really hard time sleeping with the cup and getting it out in the morning. Getting it out was the trickiest thing. The first time I inserted it, it was great. I was leak-free, but it was really high and I couldn't grab it because you don't pull it by the stem, I learned. You pinch it, and I could not pinch it. Like my fingers just didn't reach where it had to sit. So my solution was, okay, well, I'll get a smaller cup. Maybe that will help. So I ordered the Pixie cup in small because it has the longest stem that I could find. That inserted great, I could reach it fine, but it like really didn't catch much of anything. And that's on me. I'm probably just not inserting this properly, and it's really difficult to like Google how to insert a cup so it doesn't leak, because everyone's cervix is in different positions and your body is totally different than anyone else's. And I tried all the tricks. I know it was unfolding. I know that it was near-ish my cervix. It's a complicated system. It's like antique plumbing. There's no map. Everyone does it differently. So anyway, the Thinks were great. The only like downside to them was that you need to change them if you have a heavy flow. I could wear a pair throughout the day, and then like I had to change them at night, so basically I needed like 2 pairs a day, and I only ordered 3 pairs from the beginning, and they were only, I think one of them was like the heaviest, and then the other one was like kind of middle, and then the other one was the thong, which only holds half a tampon worth, so like that was a little bit useless except for those spotting days. So I ordered the running shorts for sleeping in because I think that'll be fantastic, and then I ordered 2 more pairs of like the heavier flow pairs because I really liked that. Like, it didn't feel squishy or wet at all unless it was like truly saturated and it was time to change. They were easy enough to clean. I literally would just take them in the shower and use a little bit of Castile soap to like lather them up and then hang them to dry. And then when it was all said and done, I threw them in a delicates bag and threw them in the wash. All in all, my first month was great. I am thrilled. This is beyond what I really could have expected and hoped for. I was really hopeful, and like I said from the beginning, positive thoughts, positive outcome, but you know what, I am realistic, and I was seeing a lot of communities basically saying don't get your hopes up, and didn't really have to, did I? But I'm gonna keep doing it, and I'm gonna hope that next month is just as good, if not better, and so on and so forth until this is my life. And hopefully you are all doing well. Please let me know if you're on this journey with me, how it's been going for you. I know I've gotten a couple comments from people saying they've just had theirs removed or they want theirs removed. Let me know how it's going. I would love, love, love to hear and have a dialogue about this, because I don't think enough people are talking about dealing with your body. Education about women's bodies is absurdly absent from dialogue, and that's insane. Like, insane. I really feel like I wish I had known this when I was 14. I absolutely would have taken my temperature every morning if it gave me more insight into my body and my health and what it was doing and what to expect in my life. Like, seriously, we need to talk about this more. How about your favorite, like, period control products? Are you a cup user? How do you get used to that? Do you have any tips? I'm really dying to know that. Please let me know if you have like the magic answer for that. I will put links down below to what I've been using, and again, I will also link at the end of this video my previous videos on this topic if you want to catch up or you want to see what else I've been doing. I thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you like this video. I do more videos like it, as well as videos on witchcraft and magic and astrology, because that's my main thing. I know that it's August and I have not gotten my August transits out yet, but it's been a little crazy. I apologize. This was a really big like time occupier for me. Learning how to do things on my period is gonna be a curve. So thanks again for watching. I hope to see you soon. Bye.